We've always been fascinated to travel to countries that most don't. This burning desire to discover more about places we know so little about and what the real life is like behind often negative and unfair media headlines. Well, there's nowhere else in Europe that receives less visitors and is so often dismissed as the country of Moldova. And when we found out we could head there for just an £8.99 flight direct from London, the urge became too much. So we booked the last minute flights, packed our bags, grabbed our big coats and headed to the airport to fly to Moldova. Sort of. And we've made it to Romania. We're actually in the town of Iași, which is right on the border with Moldova, and now we're going to get a bolt to the city centre and hopefully to the bus station, where we're going to hopefully, there's so many variables, find a bus from here to Moldova, hopefully all the way to Chișinău, but let's see.
Hello. Hello. Bună. What are you doing in Romania?
Tourism.
Ah, okay.
Where did they land instead? Yeah.
Stop here, I cannot. But I guess it is.
Yeah,
It should be.
we shall soon find out.
Yeah. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much, lovely to meet you.
So nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.
See you later.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's find out.
But that way left and go straight and you'll see a barrier just like here.
Yeah.
On the left hand side.
Yep, same road all the way. Just
Yeah, same
follow.
road all the way.
Perfect.
And on the left hand side you'll see the barrier over there.
Thank you very much.
Ask
Cheers.
around.
Thank you.
See the city?
We ended up getting the wrong bus station, so hopefully now we walk into the right one.
Eu sunt din mănăstire, ar trebui să fim...
Dacă, haideți că facem altceva.
Peron 5. Perfect, mulțumesc. Asta, все. Bună ziua! Здравствуйте!
Я вас слушаю.
А можно нам, пожалуйста, до Chișinău доехать?
Конечно, можно.
Спасибо. Можно два билета, пожалуйста?
Спасибо большое.
600 лей или 150 эти
Всё.
не гривни, а эти лея.
Лет.
150.
Румянский, да? 150?
Так, а,
Нам надо до банкомата,
Да.
значит, да? Сейчас в банкомат зайдем, и говорим.
After finding out the bus to Chișinău was leaving in 2 minutes, it was a mad dash to find an ATM.
Чак, не забывай.
give me more money.
Cool. Let's go. Все, спасибо.
country, and majority of the time I proper freeze. I'm like, tourist? I think I'm so dodgy. Every time I'm like, what do I say? What's the right answer?
What do you want to hear?
What is the right answer?
Tell me and I'll tell you. Отлично, спасибо большое. Спасибо.
До свидания.
До свидания.
It's about half an hour walk to our guest house. Or 40 minutes?
20 minutes.
Wow.
Oh, well, according to Google Maps, but we might get lost a couple of times, so I think half an hour's probably about right. And yeah, I guess we'll see you when we're there.
Good morning from Chișinău, Moldova. We're up and about. Let's go and walk around Chișinău. Oh, Chișinău.
So the temperature is just above freezing. It's 1 degree. There's no snow on the ground yet, but winter has definitely arrived here in Moldova. The wind is humming, and yeah, you can definitely feel it. So Moldova is actually a country of contrasts. It's Orthodox Christian, but the main language here is Romanian or Moldovan, which is a Latin language. Romanian's actually the closest modern day language to Latin anywhere in the world, which is really interesting. And the fact that we are so far over in Eastern Europe here and sandwiched between all of these Slavic speaking nations, the fact that there's a Latin or a Romance language speaking nation right here is really, really interesting. The other language also spoke here in Chisinau and in Moldova is Russian, and Moldova used to be part of the Soviet Union. And the city itself is really interesting and really full of contrast. There's a lot of modern buildings going up here, and there's a lot of building work in general. There's old churches, Orthodox churches like the one behind us, and then there's also completely derelict buildings just in the middle of the city, which is really, really interesting. And yeah, it's a real assault on the senses almost, if that makes sense. As we headed towards the very centre, we found ourselves pulled towards an abandoned building looking out over the entire city. So we stopped a couple of locals and tried to find out what it was. Мы хотели узнать, что это было.
Это была гостиница.
Была гостиница?
Да.
А никаких планов, чтобы это ремонтировать или пока?
И она давно так сидит.
Да?
Снести.
Просто так сидит, да?
Да,
Все.
просто так там наркоманы и все.
А, все, сейчас закрыли, да?
Она давно там
Ага.
заходит.
Все, спасибо большое.
Пожалуйста.
Yes, that's right.
Are you sure?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm not doing it.
So when you go to different cities, you see all sorts of random things on the street that people are using to try and make money. You know, from selling fruits and veg, obviously, to some of the more random things. But I think this could be
books and
yeah,
things from
books
the
and
house.
stuff. Yeah, but I think this could be the most random thing we've ever seen. There's some weighing scales on the street, and you can walk up and check your weight. So, I mean, yeah, I'm definitely going to regret it, but let's go have a go.
Have you not seen this before?
No.
Are you serious?
No.
Oh my god.
Пять? Давайте. Одного, пожалуйста. Надо Сначала оставаться и уходить, да?
Да.
Все,
Давай.
83 килограмма, 830.
83?
Вы тоже будете?
Нет, я не буду. It's your winter coat, Matt.
Yeah, I thought so. Из-за одежды, наверное, да? Спасибо большое.
Спасибо большое. До свидания.
Все хорошо.
I regretted this decision.
Yeah. This coat is actually, to be fair,
Oh, you got a power
I've got
bank.
a power bank on me. What's
That's
that?
probably 5 kilos.
12 kilograms. This one. Oh, this one's only 3.
Are you sure? You want to do it?
Come on, why not? Hold this. So, here to this. And this.
Anything else, Matt? Did you want to go for a poo just before?
Здравствуйте. Привет, да? Привет. Вам помочь? Встать, да? Все, классно. Ваши весы намного больше нравятся, чем то. Там получше. Спасибо большое.
Спасибо большое. До свидания.
И вам тоже.
So, do you want to try one more? You may get to
81,
like
so
75.
the higher I go up the street, the less I weigh. If I take my coat off next time, I can get down to 80.
Definitely.
I think it is, no? It's nice. Хочешь?
А у меня есть.
Все.
Do you think I can buy a driving license here?
I think, to be honest, in this market, the possibilities are endless. There'll be someone somewhere selling driving licenses, different citizenships.
Let's do it. Did you see the watermelon?
Let's have a look. Interesting.
Let's walk around. This is really one of the most unusual things I've ever seen. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Apart
It's
from
not like,
Bollywood.
yeah. Fuck no. It's not like any watermelon I've seen.
Вообще, ты крутой чувак.
Да не, я до сих пор тут помню.
Но меня все помнят. Кто покупает один раз, клиент навсегда. Так, что вас интересует сейчас?
Что это такое?
Это арбуз.
А как она отличается от обычного арбуза? Просто мы привыкли, что он такой яркенький обычно. Он просто такой интересный цвет.
Да, можно сказать соленый, но это не соленый, потому
Да?
что он не соленый. Он тоже сладкий, но идет уже. Сейчас дам на пробу, чтобы вы первый раз пробуете.
Да.
Looks like it's fermented.
Смотри, как надо пробовать, если первый раз. Все идут по запаху.
Ага.
Дыхни глубже. Вы любите арбуз свежий, так?
Да.
Конечно.
Это можно сказать соленый, но он не соленый. Здесь есть соль, но очень мало.
Он как
Очень
ферментированный,
интересно.
да?
Да, именно. Чуть-чуть соль, чтобы начал этот процесс
Брожения, понятно.
40 дней он должен постоять больше.
40 дней, да?
Да, а это уже имеет 70 дней. Он уже становится чуть-чуть кислее. Чем дольше, чем кислее.
Интересно.
Слушай, по запаху. Понравится запах, понравится и вкус. Вдохни глубже.
О, он
Хотя бы
как
2-3 раза. Потому что здесь
Ну,
есть...
как огурец на запах.
Да. огурец кислый, но это сладкий. Чтобы это
Вау.
было. Вкусный? Сегодня есть, да?
Очень вкусно.
Ну вот.
Очень необычно.
Да. И здесь
Сладкий, немножко как газированный такой
газированный,
немножко
мы
такой.
говорим как шампан.
Как шампан.
Это молдаванский шампан.
Мы говорим это шампан. И что еще могу сказать?
Очень вкусно.
Чтобы получились такие вкусные, я научился на свои ошибки 10 лет.
10 лет вы это делаете?
Такой арбуз не найдешь никого. Никто не умеет это
Я ни
делать.
разу таких нигде не видела.
Слушай, напиши номер телефона. Там. В случае, если что, я отправляю там арбуз в Англию.
Давайте, ну,
машину.
давайте.
Всё. Спасибо, удачи.
Спасибо вам. До свидания, приятно познакомиться.
Береги.
Позвоним потом.
Да.
Когда же временно будет, позвоним.
Спасибо
Всё.
большое.
До
Спасибо.
свидания.
That is incredible. That I am just so excited, shocked, amazed. I never thought I would try pickled watermelon.
To be honest, when I saw it,
Look at this tomato.
I just thought it was a little bit out of date because it's obviously November now. I was just thinking, are they just getting rid
Did
of
you
old
think it
stock?
was just?
Honestly, that's so interesting though. Like nothing else we've ever tried.
Oh, пахнет как.
Извините, а где выход? Да,
Можете вот так даже вот здесь пройти.
налево здесь,
Если
да?
туда, вы прямо к остановке.
Все, отлично. Спасибо.
Спасибо большое.
До свидания.
Watch this. What do we do with this watermelon now? What? Oh.
What?
It's filled with the.
It's leaked. Oh no. I guess we've got to eat it. Needs must. Cheers.
It's so funny if you hear it. Please stop. It's gonna pour.
It's gonna
over
break,
itself.
yeah.
So it's Saturday today, and it seemed extremely busy in there, but on the streets, you wouldn't know it's Saturday, would you?
No. And actually we got here late last night, as you saw, and we went off to watch the football last night, to watch the England-USA World Cup game. And yeah, as we were walking, we walked all the way up the main street, and to be honest, it was so quiet, wasn't it? We were saying how quiet it was. I don't know if it's because it's cold,
Maybe.
but
The weather wasn't that great, but
no, I was expecting it to be absolutely booming. Actually, on that note, an interesting fact about Moldova is the population here has fallen massively since the fall of the Soviet Union, and the majority of that is people going abroad to both Russia and into Europe to work, especially young people. A lot of young people over recent years have left. Actually, this staggering population decline has put any efforts to increase the living standard in Moldova under severe pressure, with many young people emigrating, coupled with the birth rate being one of the lowest in the whole of Europe. The working age population inside the country is shrinking year on year. And with average pensions at around only €50 a month, the situation for many is incredibly difficult.
Păi hai să mergem sus.
So we're just walking through the park from the main church here in the centre of Chișinău, and we're heading up to the Arc de Triomphe, which may be a familiar name to you because obviously everyone knows the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. So we were just talking and we were just saying the city feels really cozy actually. There's a really nice feel to Chișinău, like with all the parks like Julia said, and I don't know, especially this time of year it feels really cozy. One thing is it's quite run down, there's a lot of work needs to be done, and there is a lot of work being done actually in many places. A lot of the pavements are being relaid and there's new buildings going up, but there's also a lot of places that still need a lot of investment, and that's a reflection of the economic situation here in Moldova since the 90s really, over the past 30 years or so. Things are improving, and fingers crossed that the city keeps being updated because it's got such a nice charm about it, and I think it's got so much to offer tourists, so much to offer different people traveling here.
I think it's quite an unusual blend as well.
What's interesting, again, we were saying, weren't we, is the Romanian blend with the ex-Soviet blend, and all of that blends into, not just into the culture itself, but into the architecture, the way the city lays out, the food, which hopefully we're going to try a bit of later, and yeah, it's a real nice blend, definitely.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Fine.
Good.
This one, that one, and that one. Look at these. Это все ваши, да?
Мои, мужа, сына.
А вы чем рисуете? Маслом или?
Это все маслом, и все на холсте.
Можно, пожалуйста?
А?
Можно, пожалуйста, вот так? Пожалуйста. Спасибо большое. Да нет, ничего страшного, не переживайте. We were just staring at all those paintings, and I heard the woman that was selling them speaking to another lady, and she told her that her husband recently passed away, and she said that they used to paint together, and this is one of her husband's paintings. Really pretty.
It's really beautiful.
She said it's Moldova, a village in Moldova. To be honest, I love staring at all different paintings, all different countries. I'm gonna start buying them, and then we can do raffles with you, and you can get them. It'll be cool. Actually, Chișinău, or Chișinău, was really badly affected during the Second World War. The city was pretty much flattened, and hence why the architecture you see now is the Soviet architecture, which makes sense. The city was rebuilt after the war, during the Soviet time.
So time's getting on and it's starting to get a bit dark and very chilly. So we're actually on our way to a restaurant, and the restaurant's called Andy's Pizzeria. Andy's Pizzeria is everywhere here in Chișinău. We have seen it on every other street corner, and it is the most famous restaurant in the city. When you look online at where to eat in Chișinău, it always comes up with Andy's. So let's head to Andy's. That's my dad's name. Do you reckon it's him?
Yes, definitely, 100%.
So, Dad, I'm waiting for my inheritance.
Andy's is a casual restaurant and pizzeria with very reasonable prices. We ordered the soup to warm up. It's called ziama, and it's basically chicken soup with noodles. It's slightly sour in flavor, which we didn't expect. Very delicious, soothing and comforting, especially in the temperatures. Also, we ordered a baked stuffed pepper. It was stuffed with seasoned meat and covered in cheese. The pepper was very sweet, so it paired perfectly with this savory feeling.
It's actually a couple of days later. We just got back to Chișinău, and we just came back from a little 2-day adventure which we were extremely excited about, and actually turned out to be just beyond our expectations. But you will see this in the next video, and we'll leave you here. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.